up? You might be asking yourself, what is this? This is not usually the content we see on this channel, and you would be right. But this is the new home for a podcast about wrestling with yours truly and the Booker T to my Stevie Ray, Jordan Pierce Owens. Jordan, how's it going, buddy?
I'm ecstatic that you gave me the higher billing. I'm Booker. Thank you.
It happens every once in a while. Don't get used to it.
I love it.
Or do get used to it? Maybe we'll see. Yeah. Tonight we're with the Rumble coming up on Saturday. I figured what better time to talk about the Rumble than 2 days before. Perfect time.
Almost there, man. I love the Rumble, man. What do you think? I that's always been the show that I've clamored to the most. I love the Rumble.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm a big, as far as WWE goes, I'm a big WrestleMania fan.
Of course, the match itself, though, I feel there's always something special about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, the match itself is probably it's between that and Money in the Bank for me now. I think Money in the Bank has really grown, but
well, you're young too, so
I am, and we didn't purchase a lot of pay-per-views, or as I like to call them now, premium events. Whatever they're calling them now.
premium live events.
Yeah. So the first Rumble I actually watched live was whatever the first one was on the WWE Network. Like that's the first Rumble I watched live.
I do feel you there because one of the reasons I love it is very much the same. Like my parents, I love my parents to death, but they were not down with paying big money every month for a pay-per-view. So rarely did we get those expensive pay-per-views. But I remember my uncle from New York, shout out to my uncle Randy, taping the 96 Rumble. So I watched that on like repeat. And then I remember years later, I befriended this kid named, I think his name was, I don't even remember what his name was, but he was kind of a dick, but he would let me come over for the pay-per-views every month. So the relationship was worth it because it was for the first time I saw a pay-per-view every month and he didn't even tape it. So I got to even tape it on VHS. Oh, Derek or whatever your name was. He might have been kind of a jerk. He's one of those kids that would make fun of you, like in front of other people to get himself over. And I was like, I hate you so much, but Judgment Day is Sunday.
No, it's the Royal Rumble, and it's on Saturday.
It was the joke of the time period. Because that was the first pay-per-view we saw together, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. I wish they'd bring that back. Like, stop doing these gimmick pay-per-views and just bring back Judgment Day and Backlash and Unforgiven.
I mean, whatever. Like a name is a name. Sometimes they're silly, great balls of fire. But, like, whatever. If there's not a stick to it, I don't really care what it's called. But I am a believer of let's stick to, like, build a tradition kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, we had Judgment Day and Backlash for years. Then all of a sudden they're just like, let's play with Battleground. Let's play with this and that. And now the new thing is fun, wacky subtitles. It's not just Extreme Rules. It's Extreme Rules Horror Show, and it's Backlash, the greatest match ever, and they love the subtitles now.
WrestleMania Backlash was my favorite.
Yeah, like to really ham it in, like that's what Backlash was originally. Was the Backlash of Mania, but like it really is them like, do you get it? Spoon feed you because you dumb fans, like come on guys, you didn't need to call it that. That was just silly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, real quick before we get in the Rumble, did you watch AEW yesterday?
Yeah. I think I've never taken more than a day or so to watch AEW so far. I've seen every episode, and yeah. Shout out to my boy Danhausen making his debut. I was able to worked with him before he was Danhausen. He had a first name named Donovan. There's your fun fact of the day. But you can find that out. It's not that super unknown. But yeah, I'd known him when he was kind of finding himself. He was a good dude, a really good worker, but he was missing something, bringing him to that next level, and he finally found it. So very happy for him. He was a good dude, so I'm happy to see him do great things now. Real Pro Wrestling alumni, Danhausen.
Dude, I know we're only in January, but I think we might have our moment of the year already. That cutter from the ladder. Oh my goodness, what a great spot. That could have gone so wrong.
I thought the whole interim thing was weird and unnecessary, but the matches have been good, so you can't knock it from that perspective.
Right.
So, and I'm happy to see Guevara back in the saddle. I thought it was a weird decision to take it off him in the first place, but if you lead to great matches, and so, that does happen. I don't mind a back and forth title sometimes when it equals great matches.
Right. Did you see Cody's post-match interview?
I did. It's interesting, man. It's very, very well put. He swore on Pharaoh's life, so I do believe him when he says it sounds like he's working under a handshake deal. It's not under contract right now, so I don't know if they're starting to work out kinks. Is this a hint that is he going somewhere else? I don't know.
I was wondering myself if he was like trying to like goad fans into thinking he's going to be in the Rumble on Saturday with it's been a crazy week and all blah blah blah. I'm like, is he playing into this? Is he going to like are fans going to read into this like, oh, maybe he is in the Rumble, and then he doesn't show up?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly they're trying to get out of it because you always also got to use the logic of it's still AEW airing the promo. So if they felt like he was gonna just abandon them, it's not like they would air the promo. Then they don't have to air that promo. It was pre-taped after the event. So yeah, I don't know exactly what we're trying to get at with him, what the end goal is. But it's interesting. Like I'm down for the ride. Hopefully it pays off. But yeah, so far.
So yeah, Royal Rumble. It is one of my favorite events. The match itself is it never disappoints. Sometimes the winners disappoint. I'm looking at you, Batista, in 2015 or 2014. 2014.
Yeah, Batista, Roman. I mean, if you're talking about lackluster winners, yeah.
And it's just when they telegraph it so much. Like Cena in 2013, Rock wins the WWE title. Cena wins the Rumble. Oh, what? Didn't see that coming. They announced the pieces.
It definitely is more fun when you're not sure. Like I remember the Shinsuke win was like a nice you weren't like for sure knowing since Shinsuke was going to win that.
No, especially since he came in so early. Like not early, but he was like number 10 or something.
He's like midway. He's like less than midway. Yeah,
or something. Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah. Even the year Rollins won, like you could kind of feel like that was his year, but he came in at number 10, and I'm like, are they going to let him go that far?
Yeah.
Because
weirdly, usually you either go almost all the way, or it is usually more than halfway in. So it is interesting when they go like midway-ish or a little bit in.
Yeah. So
you wearing the same T-shirt?
I don't know. Did you get it from Walmart?
I did not.
Then probably not because
unless
Walmart, baby. No, don't. Oh, okay.
I was gonna take it off and try to look at the tag. Calm down.
Good. Cause
ladies, gentlemen, calm down.
We're in the PG era, okay?
Even the show's in the PG era?
Well, only when we're talking about WWE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and then if we start talking like the GCW pay-per-view, I can then be like, this fucking pay-per-view.
Well, yeah, maybe. This isn't actually my channel, so I can't make that call.
Yeah, have you confirmed what our curse? I think we've cursed on Jordan's show, haven't we?
No.
Yeah, okay, we can curse on this.
Yeah. I don't care how you talk. I'll be honest.
Hey.
I don't
All
care.
right, what if I do a really bad Christopher Walken the whole episode? Oh. No, don't take me off. Oh, you don't like it. Hey.
I don't know. Fun fact, I do not own a wrestling t-shirt actually.
I own name and don't go too obscure. Name a wrestler.
The Mountie.
Said don't go obscure.
Okay. Let's go Jeff Jarrett.
Like maybe this defeats what I was gonna say. I own
Rey,
many
Rey
wrestling shirts.
Mysterio.
I'm probably, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I bet. Maybe
This was a bad game.
I
This was a
probably
bad
do
game.
own a Ray shirt. I own a lot of T-shirts. Just saying, like I own more than I probably have like a dozen Macho Mans. I just recently got my first Lanny Poffo T-shirt. I'm a big crate guy. Walmart's good for shirts. I haven't looked too recently. I hate to admit it, but the 1X and the 2X are a little small. So I haven't looked at Walmart too often. But Walmart is pretty good. Good prices too. Sometimes they are dumbed down though, from what you would get on the WWE shop. As in, sometimes they're missing like little extra features in the back, or the back is plain. So they are dumbed down from what you're paying full price on like WWE shop or like a bigger place. Hot Topic is actually where I recommend, because not only will you find some WWE, but you'll find maybe some AEW. I know back in the day some New Japan and even some obscure ones. So Hot Topic is actually where I would suggest if you're looking for retail. But yeah, and also too, if you're looking for to save money, WWE shop every once in a while will have like clearance, and you can get like the shirts that are a few months old for like $5. So that's also a recommendation. But Pro Wrestling Tees, fantastic shirts as well. Check out their crate. They give you 2 T-shirts, a pin, a micro brawler for like $40, and it's well worth it because 2 T-shirts alone equal that price for the crate. And then if you're like me, you can resell the shit you don't want, get some money back. It's great.
You can get all $40 back.
You really can, like depending on the popularity, because they're one prints. They're printed just for that crate. So if people in retrospect go, "Oh, I really want that Kenny Omega shirt, that Macho Man shirt," you put it on eBay. If that's the only way of having it, you can't just buy it off the website now. It's only if you had that crate, and if you didn't have that crate, you can't get that shirt no more.
Of course, Jordan, the one wrestler I brought up, one of them.
I would imagine, man. I have so many affiliate shirts. I have so many shirts.
Yeah, I see a lot of Bullet Club shirts around.
I'll admit, I did the trend. I did buy a Bullet Club shirt. I originally screwed up though because they were expensive. Like those were like $30-$40. If you want like the nice full on one, I found on eBay, and I was like, hell yeah, and it was cheaper. Well, it was. I think it came from Japan because that guy in a little coat. This thing was so tight. I mean, this thing. I don't even remember how many X's were on this thing, but it fit like a medium. And I gave it to my friend as a present. I was like, "Here's a $25 shirt," because I was trying to save $10. And yeah, I ended up. I think even with crates, or I don't remember. I had like 3 or 4 Bullet Clubs. They even have like a weird off Halloween design, where it's orange.
One place you won't find Bullet Club is in the Royal Rumble this Saturday, unless the Forbidden Door has been opened with New Japan.
I would say
it's been opened with Impact.
In a way, Impact's with New Japan. So if Impact's with WWE, but probably not.
No, and I read a report, and again, I don't take too much like stock in these reports because again, that's what they are, the reports. But I'm hearing they might let Mickie James walk to the ring with the Impact's the Knockouts title.
It'd be pretty interesting.
Pretty cool.
I mean, yeah. They've name dropped it. It's not like they're even hiding the title or the company. They've name dropped it on SmackDown. It's been a thing on Impact Television. They've talked about it on there. So yeah, who knows?
Who knows indeed. Mickie James knows. She knows if she's going to walk to the ring with the title.
I don't know. That's such a specific thing. I could see her not know until the day of, and like even if she's told now, like it's looking good, I bet she doesn't know for sure. Because in the end, that's
probably.
I'll
trust you.
They flip stuff last minute so much.
That's true. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar wasn't the winner of the WWE title going into day one until.
Although again, if you want conspiracy theorists, he was.
That's true.
And Roman was fine the whole time.
Bro, yeah, this has been the plan. So yeah, let's just jump into it. The Royal Rumble. We've wasted enough time.
15 minutes.
Maybe not wasting, but that sounds harsh. The Royal Rumble. We kind of talked about it. One of my favorite aspects of the Royal Rumble is not knowing who is coming out. the surprise entrants are always like one of my favorite parts. Like they're not gonna win. Very rarely does a surprise entrant actually make it very far, but it makes for a fun because the match is an hour long. Yeah, the match is an hour long, and you kind of need that moment to like get the crowd back into it.
It does. It rejuvenates you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even if the match is good, you can kind of get into a lull at minute 20, 30, 40. Yeah. So it rejuvenates you to go, oh!
The moment that did that for me the most was I think it was 2011 when Booker T entered the Rumble. I don't remember the last time we had seen up to that point that we had seen Booker T, but I just remember like Matt Striker coming off freaking that out.
Run, right?
I think so. Yeah, like I think it was right before he was the SmackDown general manager too. So I think it was right before that.
I was going to say the same year I popped for not Kevin Nash's return, but for the first time since '96, Diesel coming back in.
Yeah, no, that was and I remember like 40. That was the year that they had 40 entrants, and I don't think it was. They didn't really fill it with too many guys like the surprise entrance. I think it was just Nash and Booker, if I'm remembering correctly.
And was that the announcer year or two though, or no? I was trying to remember if it was the announcer year or not.
Oh no, that was. I think that was a couple years later because I think it was after. It was, yeah, because I think it was after Jerry and Michael were done feuding, but Michael was still a jerk. He was still a
what a jerk.
No, I and with Booker, I loved it because I just remember Matt Striker freaking out, and Michael was like, "Will you calm down?" He's like, "No, this is a mark out moment. I'm marking out, bro." And I'm like, first of all, you're like almost 40. Stop saying bro. But
you leave Matt Striker alone. This year's Rebel surprise, Matt Striker.
He is I loved him as an announcer. I thought he was great. But no, yeah, that moment was really cool. And I was like, all right. And he went in and he did his Booker T things. And I was like, all right, cool. And then Diesel entered later. I'm like, all right, cool. And then Alberto Del Rio won, and I was like, okay.
Almost Santino, never forget.
Almost. Santino almost won a Royal Rumble and an Elimination Chamber within the span of a calendar year. It was great.
Which I know I'm jumping ahead. Would you be excited to see Santino this year?
I would, as long as it is Santino. And not Santina, because that was.
No, they pulled that already, so I can't see them pulling that twice.
Oh man, how depleted is your women's roster that you have to ask Santina to come back?
Well, speaking of depleted, that brings us to your surprise point. That's one of my kind of questionable moments this year was they kind of ruined majority, if not all of the surprises for the women's this year, which I thought was kind of bad. Like, we know Kelly, we know Lita, she got a promo. We know the Bellas, we know McCool, and we know, of course, Mickie James. I wish they had done that. The Mickie thing I can see because it does bring more eyes to your product. Maybe even Lita because she cut the promo. Did you need to spell out everyone else though? Summer Rae, another one like Kelly. Yeah, no, I don't know. But I just thought it was weird that like they spelled out literally majority of their surprises. I can't imagine they're going to add much more than that. So I just wish they had held back a little bit there because that is part of the fun. The fun is 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, it's a Bella. Oh shit, it's Summer Rae. But now it's going to be 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's a Bella. I knew that for a month now.
Yeah, I could see the Bellas getting a big reaction. But Kelly's been in the Rumble
you can look, but you can't touch. By the way.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna touch there. I'm pretty sure I don't want Brian to get mad at me. Or the other one, I don't know who that is.
I was gonna say John Cena, but I'm behind. It's the other guy, the new guy. I don't know who the new guy is.
Yeah, let's just call him Tyler.
Bet you it isn't Tyler.
We can say that because they're not watching.
Bree possibly comment right now. What the fuck, guys?
His name is Lyle, you guys.
Lyle's not happy.
No, I'm wondering if they announced all these people because there's somebody bigger coming, and they want them to get the reaction.
Oh, that's an interesting take on it. I don't mind that take. Now I kind of hope that happens because then it would be all like forgivable. I don't know. I think it was based on them trying to move the needle because they do that a lot now. Like they'll even announce a Hall of Fame induction on a website before Raw. You know, so like
That's true.
I think they're always just trying to like get ahead of it, which is it just sucks for watching.
It does. But the reason that I bring that up is because, and I don't know how likely it is to happen, because I'm pretty sure she just had a baby not too long ago. Ronda Rousey, kind of wanting to get revenge on Becky, and that's the Mania match. That's your main event for night one. That's my prediction.
It very well could be if that is the road they go down. It very much could be. I wouldn't mind seeing Ronda again. I don't want her in the main event with Becky. That's my only problem. Is that I'm not too jonesed about her jumping right back in. I mean, that's the thing she got kind of trash talked for before from the internet community, which is not a great community always. But like it's just that it is gonna suck that she kind of pops in real quick and gets one of these main spots. I would much rather her try to feud with somebody else.
Yeah, but it's WWE and
she's a name. And she's a name.
Yeah, and she's a name. And she can get eyes on the product. Even if it's just fans tuning in to watch her lose, they want to see her lose the main event of WrestleMania again.
We've seen that. We've seen it. Move on. I swear, Becky is talented. Charlotte's talented. Sometimes I want different people, though. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my thoughts. Was are they announcing all of these for a bigger return because they want the pop for a bigger return? Like, the Bellas are going to get their reaction. I think Summer Rae is going to get a reaction, but those aren't. Summer Rae's not a big name, so I don't mind them announcing her returning to the Rumble. Lita would have been nice to have been surprised at, but I'm wondering, just real quick, since I'm talking about Lita, will Lita feud with Charlotte going into WrestleMania? That's not the WrestleMania match, but you got the Elimination Chamber. You got, I don't know if you still have Fastlane.
No, if you have Chamber, I don't think they're gonna do both, are they? No,
I don't know. They did before, but
too much. Give me Rumble, a midway, and then main.
Right. Is Lita and Charlotte, because or did they just want to give Lita a moment with Charlotte in the ring? I don't know.
Yeah, I do see what you're saying, because I very much also had the feeling of, so this is more than anyone else is getting as far as a return. This seems like it's leading to, is Lita going to even win the Rumble? Is she going to go to do something at Elimination Chamber, as you said? I'm looking at it now, by the way. No, it does look like Elimination Chamber on the 19th of February, Hall of Fame, a takeover, and then Mania.
Okay. Cool.
But I had the same feeling of this feels like this might be leading to more. This feels like it's leading to a Lita singles match. And yeah, Chamber would make sense. I don't even personally hate win or lose the Rumble, Lita and Mania. It sounds different to me. It sounds like a Mania match. As long as she's capable for a full-on Mania match, whether main event quality, not even necessarily main event quality, then I'm down for it. Like I don't mind it either way.
Yeah, and I don't think Lita even has to win the Rumble, because I mean Charlotte's announced herself.
You could always, yeah.
Because Charlotte's announced herself in the Rumble, so Lita eliminates Charlotte, and
there's your match. There's your reason.
You jumpstart kind of Roman Undertaker back in 2017 or whatever it was.
No, I mean there's always two different ways you can go about the winner. So the Raw Women's Champion and the SmackDown Women's Champion. The winner of that facing them is not one of them is not going to win. Like I said, win or lose, I could see her getting them into a match, whether it's Chamber or even saving it for Mania, I wouldn't hate.
No, yeah, no, I'd be down for another Lita Mania match. I think as long as she can still go and go for 10 to 12 minutes, I'd be
It's
down for
Mania,
that.
man. 12 to 15, baby.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
Mania for the title.
So,
We're talking about title match of Mania.
yeah, so I think you have several routes you can go through the Rumble with the women. Lita win. I mean, I'd be down for a Lita win. I think that would be surprising. I don't know if many people would see like them announcing a return and them winning the Rumble. I mean, I'm not counting Edge because he was already back. Like they didn't announce his return. He was just returning from injury. But like somebody returning just for the Rumble and then they actually end up winning. I think that would be cool. And yeah, no, Lita and Charlotte, it would be a nice past versus present kind of feud. And then if Ronda is returning, then that's why I'd be down for Ronda versus Becky. I know you kind of have gone against it, but I mean maybe not as the main event. I mean I could see them doing it as a main event, but yeah, I mean I could see them going. I don't know who else. Like it's so unpredictable. Like I don't know who's gonna win the women's Rumble this year.
I mean, if you want to, I don't know if we're jumping ahead or not, but if you want to talk about surprises, two champions that we haven't seen in a minute, Asuka and Bayley would always be pretty cool.
Yeah, Asuka was injured, right?
I know Bayley was definitely injured, and like decently too. That's why it's been a minute. I'm not even sure what happened to Asuka. I feel like maybe injury, but yeah, she's been gone for a minute too.
Yeah, it was all of a sudden she was just gone, and I miss her.
How about Ronda Rousey versus Rhea Ripley? Give me that.
Ronda versus Rhea.
Give me that. Or Ronda versus Raquel Gonzalez. Which by the way, that's my NXT prediction, number 1 in the Rumble. I very much think we're gonna see Raquel Gonzalez.
Okay. I think we could see.
I think they're poisoning her for the roster. I think she's big enough to where she'll get a few eliminations, look good, get out.
Yeah. Do you think we could see Mandy Rose? They haven't shied away from NXT champions in the Rumble before. Do you think they'll do it with the women this year?
My gut almost says like don't put the champion in there unless you're done with her being the champion soon. But yeah, I mean I don't know if she'd be as much of a surprise because she's obviously was a main roster Rumble person before. So I kind of rather see like more surprise like people, but I'm not against it. I mean, I think this NXT run has very much actually helped Mandy and could position her for a higher role on the main roster when she gets to it. But so maybe.
But yeah, no, I totally agree with Raquel Gonzalez. I also think we could see Dakota Kai.
Yeah, Kai's been kind of positioned to like move on soon too.
It's just I think those are the two. I'm racking my brain trying to think of who else could. And those are the two. I can't think of anyone from NXT UK that could come over.
I mean, sometimes they've picked I don't want to say smaller names, but like less obvious names in the past. You know what I mean? Like Xia Li now is an obvious name, but like when she popped in the Rumble, she was like, the occasional match here and there on NXT. So you really could go. They could go anywhere with it. It could be randomly Casey Catanzaro. It could be randomly Indy Hartwell. It could be, you know what I mean? Hey, somebody really has. It could be the other toxic members. You know what I mean? Gigi or my girl JC. Like you never know. Like sometimes they do go for the smaller name to kind of give them a look or rub.
Ooh.
Bianca, Ronda, Becky, 3-way. I'm kind of over the 3-ways. It would be a good one though.
It would be.
I just want to. We've seen 2/3 of that 3-way already, but let's not forget about Bianca. Bianca's always good too. You want to probably give Bianca something at Mania, so maybe keep her in mind. That's a good idea.
Bianca, I'm going to tell you that Bianca Belair I mean, I think she already is, and I think she's going to continue to be the best women's Rumble performer.
So the great EST, the BESTEST.
She is the greatest women's Rumble performer, and I think she will be for as long as they continue to do it. Like she's already got the record for most eliminations. She's won one of them from like number 3. Like she is like when you think women's Royal Rumble, you're gonna think Bianca Belair, and it's crazy to think that she's only been on the main roster for what 2 years now, something like that. Not even. So
yeah, she had the start stop debut in 2020, and then finally, full on then.
Yeah, so I think she'll put in another good showing this
No,
year.
for sure. Like I said, she is someone that you can't ignore. Like, yeah, it's Mania time. They probably want to do something with her, and triple threat is always a good way of getting another star into the match. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad idea. I do definitely see Bianca working her way back to the title picture for Mania.
Yeah,
You know, we're having a segue with Dewdrop, but
yeah.
So are you? I guess let's say that real quick. Are you just assuming Dewdrop's got no chance?
I don't want to say. I think they'll make it look close, kind of like they did with Liv Morgan. Like they'll make it. Is Liv gonna do it? I think we'll have that moment of is she gonna do it? But let's be honest.
I could see the match John mentioned before, maybe with Liv in there or something like that. I could see Liv maybe get another shot at Mania.
It's true. I mean, she's got the fan support. That's for sure.
She does. I could feel like them wanting to do something with her, unless you have a segue feud of like Ronda and Liv or something, or who knows.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't see Dewdrop winning. I don't think Raw Women's Champion Dewdrop kind of has.
It's unfortunately a timing thing. If this had been April or June, I'd say there's a shot. There's a shot because Dewdrop is talented. I hate the name. I would love for her to grab the mic on Saturday and go, I'm not Dewdrop. I'm Piper, or give her a new name as long as it's not Gunther, whatever you want to call it. Just I would love her to change it. Yeah, I don't like you said. I don't know if here's your winner and new Raw Women's Champion Dewdrop. Like I don't know, but the woman herself is talented enough to where hopefully one day. And like it's just a time thing. I don't see them going, Dewdrop Mania title match. I don't see them thinking that right now. So hopefully it's a good match. That would be my only qualm is if she gets Ruby righted, because don't forget, like she got squashed on the road to Mania by Ronda, couple years back. So as long as it's not like a quick match that it's just there to put Becky over, that's my only fear. As long as she puts up the money's worth and she looks strong, you know what I mean? Like Mo, like you said with Liv, like she could have almost done it, but Becky outsmarted her. Becky cheated, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Becky's too big of a name to not go into Mania as the champion.
You're there. You're in January. Might as well make it to March with Becky as your champion. If not, it would have to be a bigger name. Like if she was facing Liv or like a Bianca, maybe. But I don't see it being Dewdrop unless it's Dewdrop and then somehow Chamber changing it again. It's always possible.
I could see a title change in the Chamber. I mean, maybe that's.
Yeah.
I mean, but
it's Saudi Arabia. I think they like to treat the Saudi Arabian fans too to like surprises and whatnot. So I could see that being a thing. What are you drinking?
It is a Mountain Dew Spark, 0 sugar.
It is a Spark. I thought it was. I had my first Spark the other night. Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to put it on my constant do list, but
I don't know. I had to try it out, and I bought a 12-pack, so I have to drink them all.
Yeah.
I bought them 4 days ago. It's okay.
That's good. But if it was me, I'd be like, I bought them 4 days ago. Right now, 3 days ago.
So Women's Rumble. It's tough to call a winner. It really is.
Well, you want to? Do you want to run down the list real quick?
Yeah, run down the list. Do you have it pulled up? Because I don't.
No, I got all the participants. The men's two later. We got Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair is in the match. Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Nikki ASH, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Carmella, Queen Zelina, Lita, Michelle McCool, Kelly. I was right. I forgot. I really wasn't sure if I was like, I don't know, old year or this year. Dana Brooke, Natalia Neidhart. I threw in the Neidhart. Mickey James, Tamina Snuka. I threw in the Snuka. Shayna Baszler, Summer Rae, Aaliyah, and Shotzi Blackheart. I threw in the Blackheart. So that's the list. Well, here, you talk real quick. I'll count that up. Let's see where we're at.
Yeah, it's something like 21 announced. So there are still, of course, there's SmackDown tomorrow.
You should have put money on that. 21 is what I have.
Yeah. So I know there's room for more announcements if they want to. I mean,
we got 9 more. Like I said, definitely a couple NXTs. Hopefully, a couple even just regular surprises. I was going to throw out Medusa, Alundra Blaze. Recently hinted at maybe some more matches at Zicky Dice's show. Wasn't hinting about a Rumble or anything, but this would be a great first return. Because in a Rumble, it's a little less pressure. It's a lot of kicking, punching. Here's a move here or there. So Alundra Blaze would be kind of cool. And then who knows? I mean, the field's open. Whether it's Jacqueline, Molly Holly, like you never know where they're gonna go.
Right. I will. I'd love to see Rhonda back. Kind of go on a.
That'd be cool.
And who knows? Maybe she goes on like a Shayna Baszler type run in her first Rumble, but is the last one eliminated.
Ooh. 2 options I got for you. One, her and Baszler actually going for like tag titles would be cool. Or 2, have they're like, oh shit, it's Rhonda. Have them hug. Have Rhonda beat the shit out of her and throw her out. Have that be a feud. Have Rhonda be like, I'm disappointed in you. You're supposed to hold it up for the horsewomen. And then you've been doing what? Tagging with Nia? Well, she probably wouldn't say Nia because she fired. But you know what I mean? She'd be like, you let me down. And, that would be a cool feud. Like I feel like it's not main event for the title, but I can sink my teeth into it, and it would be a probably good match of styles. Book it. You're welcome, Vince.
I'm down for that. I'd even be down if that was like the title match. If
maybe
Rhonda somehow
it's a little quick to. How would you?
It would be, but like
Chamber.
But, yeah, no, I mean, if one of them wins the Rumble, one of them wins the Chamber, and they kind of go on this collision course for WrestleMania. I don't know. WWE. I mean,
I don't want the title on Ronda.
It's totally all fantasy stuff because we know Becky Lynch is going into WrestleMania with the title.
That's why I'm saying it's perfect. Don't put the title on her.
It's just a matter of
Shayna, or you even have them as a face tag team, like have Carmella and Zelina shit their pants. Although hold on, Vince, I don't mean that literally because Vince will book that.
There's another one. Did you say Carmella or Zelina?
Aren't they the tag champs? Who's the champs?
Yeah. Did you? No, I mean for the Rumble.
Yeah. They're both in there.
Okay. I wasn't paying attention that closely.
Yeah. Thanks for joining the show, Jacob.
Yeah. Sorry. What were we talking about?
Rumble.
Oh, right.
Okay. If you had to pick, gun to head, although I don't know why it got so violent. Who's your Rumble winner?
Now that we've been talking about it, I'd love to see Lita win. I would love to see Lita take it and go against Charlotte for the title at Mania. I think that would be a great story.
I almost want to agree, but just to keep the show interesting, I'm going to throw out Liv Morgan. It's the perfect way to get her into that slot. It's a good story. And if you do it in Mania, it's a cool, really wraparound. She hasn't had that moment that she's wanted her whole life. I wouldn't hate it. I obviously I don't think Charlotte would make sense. Lita, I'm down for because at least we haven't seen her much. So yeah.
Real quick, this just came into my head. Do you think Alexa Bliss pops up in the Rumble?
Oh, that would make sense. Obviously we've been seeing the I don't know what your opinion of them are. They're kind of whatever to me. The therapy sketches. Who knew her gimmick with the Fiend would last longer than the Fiend? And
I've only liked one doctor.
Why shouldn't she be? She should be.
Right. I've only liked one therapy session in WWE, and that's Team Hell No. Those were fantastic. Those
Shout
were
out
fantastic.
to former AEW Tag Team Champion Harold. Skyjo. And
that's true.
Those were fun, man. Like I know whoever wrote those, props to them because these are fine, but it's not really getting me excited or anything right now. They're just kind of like odd, like little interceptions.
And she needs to make up for her last Rumble appearance. She was in for like a minute.
Yeah, it was a weird build
eliminated
to not much. Yeah, it was a weird build to not a hell of a lot.
And it was because I thought she was going to win last year. I picked her to win. Like, I was very glad when Bianca Belair did win because I think she absolutely deserved it. And she's absolutely a star now. But, man, a minute, come on. So, yeah, I'll go Lita. You're going Liv. I think my dark horse pick, I would go Naomi. Just to suck it, Sonya. I do get my shot.
My only hesitation on that is simply for obviously her and Sonya's not done. Whether that's a chamber or I guess that very well could be a Mania match. You need some lower card women's matches. Like it's a good second or third match on the card.
That's true. And Adam Pearce did say he was going to recommend that they have a match. So he just didn't say when. So it could very well be a Mania match. That just seems like a long time still because like it's been going for so long and Mania is still 2 months away at least.
Well, don't forget, Xia Li debuted and then disappeared for a month and then finally re-debuted last week. So they know how to stretch things if they have to.
Speaking of debuts, because segues. No, not Johnny Knoxville, but somebody I think we could see finally debut in the Rumble on Saturday, transitioning over to the men's.
Oh, okay.
Veer Mahan is the Rumble where he finally debuts. There's been a picture going around. It's like a spoiler. It was like a call sheet for the Rumble, and it's got Veer Mahan entering at number 1, and then it's got like the next 29 entrants. Eliminated by Veer Mahan. Eliminated by Veer Mahan. He just eliminates everybody, wins the Rumble in like record time, and I hope he never debuts, and he just has like these vignettes for like the next 6 months, and then they just stop.
What was I think I'm taking this joke from maybe Cultaholic or somebody else, but like you find out like he was actually like fired 6 months ago with the other guys, but then they were like, hold on, we'll pay you a little bit extra. Don't tell anyone. We're gonna keep saying you're debuting just to troll them.
I mean, could be like, we've already shot all this footage. We need to use it.
Yeah, like they're like, listen, we need to fill in 15 seconds every night on Raw. We don't really have anything, but we did film your you have the graphics. It takes a while to render those graphics. No, we're just there. It could. I've joked before. I'm getting an Emelina type vibe. It's this long build up. Maybe nothing. I think he will at some point. I think it's one of those classic things. He's probably been on the call sheet for like 2 months now, and every week Vince was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta cut some time," or let's wait another week. You're on main event. That's good enough because he is on main event sometimes.
That's true.
He kind of has come to main event.
Yeah, he just hasn't actually debuted on.
Which was I don't know if you saw. I guess this week they had LA Knight and Roderick Strong, so they're trying out more guys. So either we're gonna see some call-ups or some firing soon, because that's also sadly seems to be the way it goes. If you look at guys like Bronson Reed and stuff, and was it Tegan? Like, there's been people that have done these whole pre-shows and main events, and then actually don't get called up. So hope they do. They're all talented guys. I like LA Knight. I love Roderick, but before it's completed, Undisputed Era at AEW. Come on, Roddy.
Right. Well, it's funny that you bring LA Knight and Roderick Strong up, because I guess we'll just jump to it. I think they could be the surprises. I think they could be the NXT guys this year in the men's Rumble.
I think LA is an interesting enough character to where I could buy that. I don't know if Roddy's I don't know. I would be excited, but I don't know if Roddy fits that mold for me. But yeah, I'm trying to think of who else would make sense.
Well, because
A Gargano return would be pretty sweet.
that would be well the reason I bring up Strong is because I think he's a guy that can go in, he can give you 5-10 minutes of exciting action and then get eliminated. And
yeah,
all right, well that was fun. That was nice. And it's not going to hurt him because nobody's expecting him to make this huge, like this jump to the main roster and go on this huge run. But it would be fun. I mean, I think he's a great worker, and
no, for sure, he's been at it for a while. I was gonna say, Tommaso Ciampa would be sweet. Give him a nice Rumble rub.
I think it's too early for Braun Breaker. I know they've done the NXT champ in the Rumble before, but I don't know. With the way they've rebranded it, I think they might go for like the more seasoned guys and not kind of these newer.
It's possible. I'm a little more on the maybe for sure side because they've at the house shows, which they had him on some house shows, and which is kind of different. You know what I mean for NXT guys recently. So
okay,
they could be looking at him. Sometimes they're not even necessarily calling guys up as much as just giving them their first main exposure. So maybe, and he is like you just kind of said with Roderick, he's a good example of a good powerhouse that could come in, look good, get an elimination or two, and then just by happenstance, oops, he wasn't looking, and Sami Zayn dumps him out or whatever. So I think it's possible. Like I said, it really depends what were their future plans with him and what they want to do.
Yeah, because I mean, I wasn't sure about Braun Breaker at first, but I've kind of come around on him. I think he's a good worker. I think he's good. I think he's a good choice as like the first NXT champion of this new NXT era. I think he's a good choice. Yeah, no, as far as I mean, I see LA Knight, I see Roderick Strong, maybe a Tommaso Ciampa. That would be nice. Maybe a DIY reunion.
They seem to be pretty high on Grayson Waller. I can see that being possible.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny that they wanted to rebrand NXT as, and then make it more developmental, and then they bring in AJ Styles to feud with Grayson Waller like that. In what way does that make sense?
AJ, I think is not. It all depends too. Very much. I think it's very true that the Rumble winner also very much has to segue into who the champ's going to be. So if Seth is winning that title, I think AJ versus Seth could be a good match. I think AJ is in the realm of winning. They kind of recently quickly turned him face. Stuff with Grayson, which I think when that first started, I was like, isn't AJ fucking bad? And then I get, oh no, never mind, because he's not anymore. So AJ I think is in the camp of a possible win.
That's true. I think it's AJ's time. I think he needs to get back to the main event.
And I think right now you got to look forward and go, who's gonna give us a Mania main event that's also not a match that is, at least in my opinion, overly done. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you want to go for kind of a fresh big match.
Yeah, and we haven't seen AJ and Seth.
That's what I'm saying. That still is a fresh big match on the docket. Because also too, I think there's gonna be some shenanigans when it comes to Brock and Bobby, and then Roman and Seth. And I could see either one, if not, I don't think both of them, because I feel like we're gonna get Brock and Roman. I feel for a title at Mania, so I feel somebody's getting screwed somehow. Maybe Roman. They've been hyping up how long his reign is, so that would make sense if Brock or Heyman play a factor into Roman dropping to Seth. Seth is now in a match, and now Roman goes after Brock.
That's true. I feel like it almost makes more sense. I feel like it almost makes more sense to have Brock drop the title, though, because they play up that whole Brock is a free agent. And they play the whole he's a free agent and he can go, wherever he wants. And if he drops the title, then he's free to go to SmackDown and go after Roman. But then that's who wins the Rumble and goes after Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, you could even, again, we got Chamber. Are we leading just to Big E and Bobby again? Is Big E gonna get his match back? You know, is Big E your Rumble winner? Is Big E your Chamber winner? You know, who knows? You know, Chamber could be for the number one contender. You don't even have to put the champion in there. You know,
That's true. That's true. I mean, you could always have, yeah, and you could always go the route of Bobby versus Brock earlier in the night before the Rumble. Brock takes someone's spot, wins the Rumble, kind of like Becky back in 2018, whatever it was, to get that Mania match against Ronda. 2019, something like that. It was a long time ago. It wasn't a long time ago, but it was, because 2020 and 2021 were like 12 years long each. So I could see that happening if they don't want Roman to drop the title, because they have talked up how long his reign is. But usually when they start doing that, that's like once the reign's going to come to, start coming to an end. So I don't know. I like not knowing what's going to happen. I like that it's unpredictable, because sometimes it's too predictable and it kind of takes some enjoyment out of it. I mean, as long as the action is still good, I'm going to enjoy it, but not knowing who the winner is going to be is always fun. So I like that there's different ways you could go with this.
We talked about a little bit before. We got Mickey James in the Rumble. Do you see any outside forbidden doors in the men's? If I'm thinking Impact, you got your Knockouts champ. A Moose. A Moose. How about your world champ, Moose, coming in?
I could see that, and I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I mean, I think that promo he gave, where he kind of basically called out, all Roman and the New Day and stuff like that. I thought that was great. So no, I mean, Moose would be great. I think we had this comment earlier.
I don't hate that. I really love that.
Is that why he's been bringing WWE up in his tweets so much? Is he kind of like playing it up, and he. I
mean, you're also talking the most recent ECW television champion, Matt Cardona.
Yeah, breaking Rhino's 30-year reign.
Yeah, finally, Rhino hasn't defended that title since 2001. Come on, Rhino.
You don't have to defend it in 30 days. You just have to be able to defend it in 30 days. That's the wording.
No, so Rhino got a new contract. He slipped it in 30, and then in very small lettering put years, and then and Paul didn't realize. So
they're like, listen, it's been like 22 years. You gotta get a defense in soon.
So I don't hate that. I think I actually huge props to Cardona for probably having the most fun of his career. Redefining himself, putting himself out there for GCW, and he's been one of those forbidden doors as well. Don't forget, right now, this guy is popping up on GCW pay-per-view, NWA, and Impact all at once. And he had his AEW run. If you talk indies, AIW, a pretty decent indie in Ohio. He's their champion. Like, it would be kind of cool. And he's one of those guys. He's not on AEW. I think as long as it's not an AEW guy, I feel like at this point, because of Mickey, it's kind of open. As far as like possibly as a fan discussing, who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's one thing because they're like, hey, we like Mickey. It'll be a surprise. We don't have many women. Maybe it's that. But if they're open to Mickey, I feel like a Cardona, a Moose. I'm trying to think of who else is, because you want someone big enough to where the fans might actually care. You know what I mean? Right, and Cardona, more than Moose, fits that ex-WWE. So you're gonna have people, even if they don't know what Impact is, even if they don't care about NWA, they're gonna go, "Oh shit, it's Zack Ryder," So it does have a cool possibility to it.
Yeah, or Heath Slater was always a fan favorite, so
they brought him back. He did that one weird appearance with Drew like a month later.
There's your Rumble winner, Heath. He's gonna win the Rumble. He's gonna be the third 3MB member to finally be WWE champion. Book it, Vince. You're welcome.
And then all you need is a Hornswoggle WWE World Title run, and all 4 members.
Because how great would this be? See all 3 of them in the ring at the same time.
Oh, how about this? Okay. Fear goes to SmackDown. He joins Jinder and Shanky. Drew needs a couple friends. Oh no, wait, Jinder's in the other match. I just put Jinder versus Jinder.
That's why Hornswoggle comes back.
Yes, and Hornswoggle's like, you betrayed us. Thank you, Jacob. You saved us. That's why we're good bookers together. Okay, Drew, Hornswoggle, and Heath versus Jinder, Mahal, and Shanky, and Fear. Okay, so for real. So this men's Rumble.
I hate that I like that. I hate that I want to see that now. But yeah, no. This is also another good one right here about Gable Stevenson debut in the Rumble. I can see it. I don't know. Oh, Stevenson, not Stevenson. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, that dude. That dude is there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Haven't really heard much about him lately, but to be honest, I haven't been like searching him out. Like, where's Gable? So I don't know. I mean, I think they could. I mean, they hyped him up upon signing, but
well, he's even like
he
got drafted too. Like he's a Raw member.
It's true. I mean,
I thought that was a weird decision because I was like, oh, this dude must be debuting the next 2 weeks. He didn't.
Nope.
Why even say that?
No, he didn't. I can see that. But you know, nothing will pop. Nothing will top the AJ Styles debut in 2016. That was a great debut, even though the camera didn't see it.
Which is funny because as a Floridian, I was there live, and so to me, my vision was perfect. So I didn't even know that was fucked up until weeks later.
It was, yeah. I hear the music and I'm like, oh, okay. But all you see is Roman going.
Yeah, you see Roman's confused face. Yeah, I've seen the edit later. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, thanks.
It was great too because at live, I forgot what it said. It was like, you know my name. Like there's sort of on his like Titantron. There's like a hint, but you don't quite know yet until that AJ popped up or the phenomenal one, whatever.
Well, so yeah, it said I am phenomenal.
Sure. Yeah, it was great. It was great live.
It's like WWE. You're a professional wrestling company, sports entertainment company. Sorry. Get your camera work right. We even missed the first Edge spear when he returned. Come on, let's be better. Let's do better.
One of the more on the New Era Wrestling channel, a company I used to work for that's folded now. We had legit Jake Roberts' first match back after he had retired for a little while, and the cameraman, the 6-man tag, misses the DDT, and every comment on there just like, you missed the DDT. Why are you? And the camera guy's just staring at like a guy who got knocked to the outside the longest time. And that's a small indie in Florida where I had one camera guy. You're WWE, get your shit right.
Yeah, like so when
AJ's coming, Edge is dropping a spear. Like this is not hard shit to predict.
Right? And yeah, come on.
Especially the AJ one. That one's extremely have been mapped out. Like, you know what I mean? But it happens, man. GCW did it. They missed like they had a picture-in-picture for a previous move while the final move of the match was happening, and it was like, and you could kind of tell, like, guys, fucking stop, cut away, like.
All right, so let's get down to it. Royal Rumble.
Let's go over just in case you forgot anybody. Omos, Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, Otis, Chad Gable, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Kevin Owens, my cousin, Big E, AJ Styles, Damian Priest, Johnny Knoxville, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Happy Baron Corbin, Madcap Riddick Moss, Sheamus O'Shaughnessy, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Rey Mysterio Jr., Dominic Mysterio, and Austin Theory. 22 out of 30 have been announced.
Yeah, but leaves room for some surprises. Where's Mania this year?
Tejas,
Texas. I mean, I know they usually like to for the Hall of Fame at least to get at least one. Usually, I mean, not always. Like wherever they are. So I don't know who could be the
Glass
surprise.
shatters. Stone Cold has just entered this Rumble. Or
It's
Bong
the Undertaker. You thought I retired.
Or it's Texas. You think I'm cute? All three of them. Those are your first three entrants. Just watch the entire crowd come in their pants.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, no. I'm always fond of the surprises. I really don't care who they are as long as it's fun. Like Hurricane when John Cena eliminated him. I think WWE just likes to troll us with John Cena doing heelish things, but never turning him a heel.
Never.
Like eliminating the Hurricane, this huge fan favorite, and John Cena of all people eliminate him after like 30 seconds in the Rumble.
That's my only complaint. Like you said before, I understand they're not going to win. They don't need to be in there for 40 minutes. But the Boogeyman, they built up this really big thing with him and Bray, and then it was Sister Abigail out. Hurricane out. I don't know if it was your year you mentioned Booker, but there's another year where like Booker came back and was an announcer or whatever, and he's in it for like seconds. Like, I do wish sometimes they were given more to do. You know what I mean? Like, I think Nash had decent runs both times, but every once in a while, the entrance and build-up, Godfather, I don't even think did a move. I think Godfather came to the ring and got dumped out instantly.
Oh yeah.
Years ago. So
it was just to see the hose.
Yeah. But I mean, come on, let him hit a hoe train, let him, do something,
Right. Yeah, no, I'm looking it up. Royal Rumble 2011, because now I'm thinking about it. How long did Booker T? Yeah, Booker T was in for a minute, and Diesel was in for 2:45. So
okay, so not even long for Diesel, but at least Diesel lasted past the minute and a half mark.
Yeah. So I do wish some surprise entrance would go, 5-10 minutes, and it'd be nice.
Well, you want to see him, it's the first time, and a lot of times the last time you're going to see him for a while. You know what I mean? So, Carlito was a good one last year. You know what I mean?
Christian.
I mean, if you want, we were talking before about surprises. The ones I was going to mention is Mick Foley in 2004, first match back in a few years.
Oh yeah,
it was great. I mentioned Diesel already. Mr. Perfect, Big Boss Man in 2002 was pretty cool. And then Christian, of course, Edge. Duh, it's probably number one. But then Christian, I thought was almost as cool himself because that reunion and everything. I mean,
Oh yeah,
great moments have been had.
Yeah, I loved last year's Rumble. I love that it kind of went full circle with Edge and Orton, and I thought it was good. But I'm not alone in thinking it. Cody Rhodes,
Papa Wesley number
Papa
one.
West in the building. I don't know. I
don't think number one, but I'd be down for it. It would be one of the craziest stories of the week if Cody Rhodes can go from having match of the night to at AEW to Rumble.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if we'll see any AEW guys, to be honest.
I'll go ahead and say I highly doubt it. No, I don't. That door, I don't think I think that door is still forbidden.
But I think if we do, I mean, Cody Rhodes, like you said, is without a contract. So I mean, I guess technically he's not an AEW guy at the moment.
If we did, it would be Cody. But I think especially if you also got to look at it like this too. AEW probably would allow it, even if Cody was like, I'm not in contract. They'll probably allow it. But would WWE want that rub for AEW? Because all it does in the end is kind of make you want to watch AEW the next week too. You know what I mean? Like it's not rubbing their back as much as it is theirs. So I don't know, man. I'd be down for it. Cody, of course, has one of my favorite little trivia facts. the only person in a year to have a Mania match, a Bound for Glory match, a Battle of Los Angeles match for PWG, a Ring of Honor Final Battle match, and a New Japan Wrestle Kingdom match. Nobody else can say that.
That's true. That's a good year.
He was
Cody
the
Rhodes,
forbidden door, as he said.
he was the forbidden. Yeah. No, Cody Rhodes. I'll give it like a 5% chance. Like if it happens, I will mark out because it would totally be unexpected. But I don't.
I'll give it 4.5% at best.
I like to round up and go with just even numbers. Back in the comments. Yeah.
Oh,
I could see it. Corey
only
Graves.
reason I'll hesitate on that one. Only reason. And if I'm wrong, then this makes 100% sense because McAfee has shown that he's got personality and he's got the in-ring skill. And again, a Rumble is less pressure than a full one-on-one match with Cole. But I think Corey Graves is going to be in the Rumble. It's been announced he's been cleared. He did the 24/7 thing, his first physical thing in a long time. Like a hint towards Edge. A lot of little signs hinted that Edge was coming back. Like he did his first spear in many years. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of little hints. Like something has changed. Same thing with Corey. So I could see them very much. They love to do the announcer thing every once in a while. Anyway, Lawler in '96, I think, was one of the first ones to go, "Hey, it's my music. Take off headset." You know what I mean? So I could definitely see Corey getting a spot, which makes me think then you could do the double thing like they did before with was it Cole and Lawler and Booker? So you could do the whole Corey, then that go, me too. It's been done though, is why I'm hesitant towards. I don't know if they would do both announcers in one match, but if Corey's not in it, one of them should be because they're both awesome, I think. So I'd be down for one of them, and I'd also be cool with both of them.
Yeah, I would be. I think now with them having 5 announcers, if one of them isn't at the announce table, I think it's pretty much a guarantee that they're going to show up in the Rumble.
Oh, I disagree. Keep them at the announce table. 3, 2, 1. It's it off. It's me, baby.
Yeah. No, I would say do that with one of them.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's too obvious. One of them,
but I'm not a big fan of one person commentary. I like the back and forth.
Well, they can always have a 3-man booth and maybe have one of them eliminated before the other one gets in. I don't know. There's ways of playing with it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't do it like with like they did before, where it was like one after another. It was like they were very close together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which, fun fact, Michael Cole lasted longer than the other two. Just so you know.
Yeah, thank goodness Jerry Lawler's been in the Rumble before, and he doesn't actually have to listen to Michael Cole say he's lasted longer.
I don't think legally they can, but it would be nice for Lawler to actually get a spot. But I don't think legally they would.
Yeah, and yeah, Papa, totally agree with you. I don't know about match of the year, but they were really good. Like they were better than they had any right to be.
I mean, the War Games one probably was to a degree. I mean, they're both really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, War Games. Yeah.
As you said, like way surpassed expectations of Joe Schmo from another arena coming in. Yeah, for sure.
Right. Like. Yeah,
and like great promos too. Like the dude probably, if the dude wanted to like take a back burner to his podcast, and maybe was a little bit younger, he probably could just become full-time pro if he wanted.
He could, and now speaking of people that have surpassed expectations, here's my surprise Rumble entrant, Bad Bunny.
Yeah, that's definitely been rumored. He would make sense. I don't know if it's. I meant to look up his tour schedule to see if it conflicts. I also wonder if is it too soon? Would he be more of a surprise next year or the year after that?
That's true too. Yeah, I could see him entering a Rumble at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't see why not. I mean, he put in the time, and I could see them being cool with him being a Rumble entrant. My other hesitation too is simply we got Knoxville. So do you also double dip on the celebs in it? You know what I mean? Does Knoxville and Bad Bunny take up
That's
spots?
True.
That's my hesitation on that. Otherwise, yeah, Bunny would not surprise me. I would almost guarantee in the next 5 years we'll see Bad Bunny. in a way if the date works out and whatnot.
Yeah, right before his Hall of Fame induction.
1,000%. If they keep doing that celebrity wing, they have skipped it before though, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't know who was this. I can't think of the celebrity from last year, if there even was one.
If they decide to do it again, he obviously makes sense.
I mean,
so why wouldn't Bad Bunny, who's a former champion?
Right? Like the last celebrity I remember is that I can remember is Kid Rock.
Yeah, he was in the crowd. Why not put him in the Rumble? He's in the crowd on SmackDown or whatever.
Any celebrity involvement in the Royal Rumble has to be better than Drew Carey, though. As long as it's better than that.
It was fine. Although what's funny is I feel like he got more out of it than they did because if you watch that entire show was like a advertisement for his like stand-up special. Like, hey, it's true, aren't you? Getting ready for your special next Sunday, the 31st at 8 p.m. on HBO. Like, it's happened numerous times. Like, you could tell it was an obvious, like, I'll do your show if you plug my show. And
that's the only reason Johnny Knoxville's going to be there. They just want to promote Jackass forever.
It's hand in hand. I will say more than Drew from previous like sightings. It does. I do think Knoxville is a fan. Another reason why I don't hate it. So I don't hate it too much. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's advertising this movie. This movie's literally not even a week later, isn't it? Early February. So
the 4th, yeah, it's next Friday.
Yeah, it's literally less than a week later. It's perfect advertising, and I'm sure there is a good, decent segue of the audience of WWEs and Jackasses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This Jackass right here.
All right, gun to your head.
Why are we so violent on this show? Can't you just ask me my guesses? I would give you my guess without the gun to my head.
I didn't say what kind of gun.
Squirt gun? Still, I don't want to get wet.
Yeah, Nerf gun.
That would hurt though. Have you ever hit like not that far away?
It would. You're right.
Yeah, geez, you're still being violent. I'm alive, but it would hurt.
I haven't hit by a Nerf gun from close distance before. Yeah.
Paintball's a bitch too. Oh, get hit with the paintball. Oh my god, they're knocking your breath out.
Well, thank you. What?
Yeah, sure, shoot me. Go do it again. All right, so men's rumble. Thinking who will win. I'm just looking at this list again. AJ, Big E are probably my top two. Dominic Mysterio, no. Montez Ford, no. Madcap Moss, no. I'm gonna go Big E. I think fans will pop. It'll leave us on a high note. If it's the end of the match, I don't know. Obviously we don't know what's main eventing. A title match, the women's rumble, the men's rumble. But I feel like we got to get back to Big E challenging for a title, even if it's just that chamber and we're done with Big E. Which I hope we're not. But again, that's all kind of guessing. So I'm gonna go Big E. I think it'd be cool to see him walk away with the Rumble win.
Yeah, Big E definitely deserves it, especially after his title reign wasn't the greatest. I mean, then that's not his fault. I mean, he does what's booked. But yeah, no, that's a good pick. I like the AJ pick. Man, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
All right, gotta get that gun back out to the head.
You know what? Brock Lesnar.
So are you? I'm not even lying. I was gonna say there's always the possibility of Roman screws Brock. Let's say earlier in the night. Okay, did you see the spoiler sheet that came out recently where it said like Santino, Del Rio, I believe Moose was on there, and then it said number 30, Drew Gulak interrupted by Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one. That one also had Mitsubishi Nintendo on it, so so yeah, but no, it's like I don't think Rumble is where you take the title off Reigns. Like, yes, it's a big event. I feel like if they want to take the title off Reigns, I think Mania is the place to do it. Like, main event, night 2.
Well, that's why all that would check out. You have a Heyman or Brock kind of. I'm sorry, no, the other way. You have Roman or Heyman screwing over Brock. You put the title on back to Bobby. Then you have Bobby and Big E or Bobby whoever. Do Bobby and AJ even. I don't know. And then you have Brock and Roman match. And like I said, it's not. They've done the gimmick before. Becky's done it. Men have done it where it's number 30, Akira Tozawa. Comes Brock.
Or
no, you're not. Drew, that definitely makes sense. I don't believe it's been reported that his injuries have ever been that bad. It does seem like it's kind of more just he needs to kind of heal maybe. And he would definitely make sense for a surprise entrant as well. Again, though, if he's 30, I mean, doesn't necessarily mean he has to win. I just don't know if I see him winning just because, again, I don't know where he fits in. You can't do him and Bobby again.
No, I don't see him winning, especially since he just won 2 years ago. I don't think Drew's the winner. I could see him coming out of number 30.
Though. If he's healthy, throw him in there. Maybe not
30. I could see him coming. I could see it coming down to Big E and Drew, and Big E eliminating Drew to win. I think that could happen. I don't know. Or Brock and Drew, and Brock gets his revenge this time for Drew eliminating him. I don't know. I just my gut says to go with Brock, so I'm going with Brock. I think Brock loses earlier in the night. I think the Men's Rumble is the main event, and
I was going to say, as far as predictions go in the WWE, it's never bad to bet on Brock. It's not a bad idea. Even matches like Money in the Bank, where he's not in it, he's not listed, he wins.
Right. But I don't know if they'd want to go another second-time winner after going with Edge last year. I don't know. I really don't. I like that. I don't know. I like that it's not predictable.
Yeah, I'm totally down for saying there's a few possibilities there. I don't know if any of them will anger me. I kind of don't want Brock winning the Rumbles because I feel like I'm a big fan of spread the love, and Brock could simply get a rematch for being Brock if you really wanted. You know what I mean? You got Chamber. Give the Rumble win to somebody like an AJ or Big E who never had a Rumble win. It's my only kind of qualm,
Mm-hmm. See, and I'll cheat. If Roman and Seth happens before the Rumble, and Seth somehow beats Roman, I think AJ's your winner.
That's always true too. I'm a firm believer in that too. Is you'll get more of a hint as to what happens prior.
Yeah. If the Usos, or if Bobby and Brock happen before, and the Usos or Roman or Heyman, whoever, screw Brock out of the title, I'll go Brock Lesnar. If none of that happens, I don't know. So yeah, no, it's unpredictable, and I like that, and I'm looking forward to it on Saturday. Well, yeah, it's always one of my favorite events.
If we can, I don't know if you're. Well, I don't know what I'm doing Saturday. I'm actually at prior to that show. I'm at Tampa Bay Pro Wrestling live in St. Petersburg in the afternoon. So come check that out. And then I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to see the Rumble. But yeah, we should maybe do a post show pretty soon after, if not Sunday.
Yeah, we definitely could. For sure, because I feel like it's going to be a big event, and there's going to be a lot to talk about. There's
a big event.
Big event. Yeah, no. There's only 5 matches.
I can tell you right now, we got
the two Rumbles,
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6. We got 2 title matches: Lesnar and Bobby, Roman, Seth, Becky, Doudrop, and the mixed tag as well as the Rumbles. Edge and Beth.
That's right.
Maurice.
I totally forgot about that because I don't care about Maurice. I really I like that she comes out with Miz, but
I don't even care about that.
I don't.
No,
I love the Miz. I think the Miz is great.
I don't want to be rude or be that guy, but yeah, Maurice from day one has never done anything for me.
Yeah.
A gorgeous girl, but doesn't really have much mic skills, doesn't really have the wrestling skills. Beth is probably going to carry her to something passable tonight. If Seth is not the champion and for some reason Becky's not the champ, that would be a fun mixed tag match, maybe at Chamber or Mania. Beth and Edge versus Seth and Becky, or I wouldn't mind seeing this happen again.
Because I mean, Beth never got. Did Beth ever like get her revenge on Seth for breaking into her house?
No, that's what I mean. Like you really could come full circle. I wouldn't mind that happening if that was something they just had to go down. If Seth wasn't involved in the title picture, but that would also mean Becky wouldn't be either. But But yeah, I'm kind of predicting. I'm predicting a pretty straightforward. Unless this leads into some sort of weird rematch at Chamber, I gotta go with Edge and Beth on that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm going Edge and Beth, and I think Beth gets the pin on Maurice. I think they give.
Yeah, I don't see why not. For sure, we've seen Edge and Miz fight already, so you don't need for Miz to take the fall, and we haven't seen Beth in so long, especially in like a normal match. So for sure. I mean, I know we can't cheat because this is just prediction night. So Lesnar, Bobby, who you got?
Bobby. I'm gonna go Bobby.
I'm gonna go Bobby.
Via shenanigans, but Bobby.
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna say Bobby via something there. Paul, Roman, Usos, all of the above, and then Roman, Seth.
I'm thinking Roman, yeah, and Papa West. I would love that. I would love to see Beth pin Miz.
I'm not against that, yeah.
Because I think Miz would be okay with that. I think Miz would be, yeah, totally.
I'd be cool with that. I'm not mad at that either. And I also agree with Roman. It's a weird match too, by the way. Lashley beats Leonard. Yeah, I think we're. Oh well, no, we're against that actually. But again, it's not bad to ever bet on Brock for sure. I don't know. I was gonna say something like that.
So yeah, Roman and Seth. They
never. Which I find to be an odd match because they're both heels. I'm not really sure who I'm supposed to care about in this match. It might be a good match, like technicality wise, but I've always thought Seth was a weird choosing because he's still the douchey drip god, and Roman's definitely a heel. So
he is.
But
I feel like we've been seeing some like face tendencies from Seth, like putting his title shot on the line.
Dialed it back a bit to some degree, but he's still evil.
He is, yeah. I think once his Rumble match with Roman's over and he goes back to Raw and doesn't go on SmackDown anymore, yeah, for sure.
I think it's just it's a signal of WWE's depth is very lacking. It's them going, what else do we have? You know what I mean? Roman's murdered Cesaro. Baylor's a jobber to Theory. Like, what do you got? You don't have any options.
You got Drew. Oh, wait.
No, you don't.
I mean, you got Sheamus, but again, that's heel versus heel.
Yeah, and he's not even necessarily in like a main event level right now. You could have done Sheamus, but because it's funny because Seth lost on Monday Night Raw in that 4-way to crown Lashley the number 1 contender, and then days later they were like, for no reason, no match wins, Rollins versus Roman for this title. And it was like, okay, so you got to fight for it on Raw, but on SmackDown, Adam Pearce has no options and has to just give it to Rollins. Again, showing you that like there's a lack of depth. The fact that in this division, we don't know you.
Yeah,
and it's not even a SmackDown guy. A Raw guy got it. Goddamn WWE! You can't even have a SmackDown guy fight for the SmackDown title.
You could have brought Goldberg back and let him do his one match a year that's in his contract.
Jacob, shut your mouth. Don't fucking say that.
I didn't say it had to be a long match.
No. Okay. I don't want Goldberg even sniffing the title because Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, he's going to politic or they're gonna go, oh, let's give it to Goldberg. That'd be surprising. No, put him in a match with Ziggler, put him or whatever. Don't put Goldberg in a world title match. No, keep him away. You've had your fun.
I agree.
I don't care about your kid. Fuck your kid. He's boring. Doesn't he look like he wants to be there? You keep saying you're doing it for your kid, but your kid looks like he's bored. So get off my television, Goldberg. You were good in Santa Slay, though.
You good?
Yes.
Okay.
And another thing.
Let's address a couple of these. I'll let you go first, Mr. Jonathan Peck. Top 5 favorite Royal Rumbles.
All right. I had a 10, so I'm just going to give you my 10. 10, 1995. Why? Because Shawn won. He's awesome, and he did the 1 foot thing. 9, 1990 with Hulk Hogan. Why? Because it was a fun Rumble, and 90s is the year I was born. Number 8, 90. Yeah! I thought you were younger. Number 8, 96. Again, just one I watched and repeat for Shawn. It was a really fun story with Shawn of him getting, like, insecurity and, like, stabbed in real life, and, like, can he come back? And he does, and he's the face. And the boyhood dream. 2001, a lot of people love Stone Cold. 2002, the return of Triple H. I love. And okay, number 5, 2008, John Cena return. Madison Square Garden. You got Piper and Snuka, some fun moments there. 2020, I thought was a really good one. Edge's return. Drew McIntyre, some good stuff there. Or I flipped those years around. No, I didn't. I don't know. Rey Mysterio, 2006, a great story there. Pulling the Iron Man for Eddie. 92 with Ric Flair was really great. And then my number 1, under 2007, great ender, Undertaker and Shawn. I love a real ending where it's not just elimination, winner. I love a real ending where it's like it's almost a mini match within the match. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So I love that. And then of course there was 2 went on to having match of the years, match of the decades at Mania.
Yeah. They also they ended 2007 and started 2008, which was cool.
Also really cool. Book ending. Yeah.
Yeah. My number 5, I think I'm agreeing with you. 2008, I thought was a really good one. John Cena returning, and who could forget Piper and Snuka meeting once again? And that was a cool moment. Number 4, and I'm just going off the top of my head here. I think number 4 I would go 2001. Kane eliminating 11 people, really cool. Drew Carey eliminating himself. But yeah, other than that, I thought it was a really good match. Number three, I think I will go 92 because of obvious reasons. Yeah. Number 2, I'll go 2020, strictly because of Edge's return. I thought it was just a great moment. I loved it. I almost cried because fun fact, Edge retired on my 21st birthday, like to the day. And
happy birthday to me.
and then 10 years later, I thought he was going to win the title, but he didn't. On my birthday. Yeah, and then number 1, I'd have to go 2007. Especially the ending. Are you falling asleep on me?
No, my ears. My eyes don't open that wide.
You look very disinterested in what I have to say.
I was listening.
And I know I'm boring, but at least act like. That's better.
Go on.
So yeah, those are the top 5, and then he had one more question. What's the best Royal Rumble matches that wasn't the Rumble itself? The first one that comes to my head is AJ Styles and John Cena, where they never left the ring, and they told their story in the ring. That was great. I'm going to Shawn and Triple H and the Last Man Standing. I think that was 2003.
Yes. Yeah, that's Shawn's first Rumble back.
No, so it wasn't 2003 because he returned
at SummerSlam 2002. So 03 is his first Rumble back.
Yeah, no, but he was in the Rumble. So what am I thinking?
04 then.
04. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 03 is 03 broke my fucking heart because 03 is where Christian acts like him, right? And then Jericho dumps him real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Beats him up. Yeah, 03 broke my heart, dude, because I was so excited. Like, Sean's my guy. So I was so like, Sean's first Rumble! And that would be his first Rumble since 96. Because 97, he's lost his smile. And 98 is his last match losing to Austin. So I was so pumped. And then to have that swerve, it worked, but it broke my little heart. No, matches. The first to come to my mind, actually, and not to name drop my good friend Mick Foley, but I do have his phone number because we're friends. But Mick Foley and The Rock, the match that made his kids cry, and Beyond the Mat. And then a year later, him and Triple H had back-to-back bangers. At Rumble and No Way Out. Just great stuff there, man. Definitely like the last, his Mania match was unfortunately like a 4-way, elimination, but like these were his last two real, like, here's my calling card. Y'all gonna remember me now. So yeah, those are the first to come to my mind as Foley's. Those two kind of back to back years too, even 99 and 2000. You mentioned Cena and AJ is also a really good one too.
Yeah, and even though they kind of botched the handcuff spot, Roman and KO last year was really good. Despite that one spot. And one that I think is underrated but is really good is from the 2010 Royal Rumble, Undertaker and Rey Mysterio. It's a solid match, and I really enjoyed that one. I'll put that one on.
We mentioned before AJ's debut in 2016, but the opener was really great too. My cousin Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose.
For sure.
It's kind of been forgotten about a little bit because it's an opener for a lower tier title, but it's actually a really good match.
So, yeah,
and maybe Diesel's best match with Bret Hart in '95.
Okay, yeah, and quick shout out to 2005 Royal Rumble. Yes, when Cena unintentionally eliminates Batista, whose feet actually hit the ground first. So John Cena should have won the 2005 Royal Rumble. But anyway,
the funniest part is Vince and his quads. Just, I'm gonna settle this now. Oh shit!
He totally just plays it all like that.
Oh man! And then the dude went on and wrestled several more matches. So Vince is a badass. And I know it probably shouldn't be said, but Jericho versus Voldemort from 2001 is a really good match.
Jericho versus
Benoit.
That guy.
Voldemort.
But he has a nose.
I was going for Macbeth. Things you shouldn't say.
Okay. All solid matches. I can't.
Beetlejuice 3 times.
I'm not thinking of anything else. Not thinking of anything else off the top of my head, but yeah, those are great matches. I'm looking forward to it again this year. I think every match. It's sad to say. I think Edge and Beth versus Miz and Maurice could be the worst match of the night. But I mean, really solid match.
Just because I think we both agree 1/4 of that match isn't necessarily groundbreaking, and it'll probably be a basically good match. And as long as they don't overbook it and overlong it, I think it'll be fine. Everything has potential. If they give Dewdrop some time, that should be a good match. As long as there's not too many shenanigans and we have some fun with the world title matches, everything has potential to be good. Other than finishes, sometimes a lot of times I know we and especially me rag on the WWE sometimes, but outside of finishes, a lot of times there is some decent action and repetitiveness. Like that was my problem. My only problem with day one was some of the outcomes and a little bit of the repetitiveness of like I've seen this match already. But when it comes down to actual quality, actually not that bad usually.
Yeah, I think more often than not when it comes to pay-per-views, they deliver, and I don't think it's going to be any different this Saturday. So yeah, just to recap, I'm going. I think we're both going Edge and Beth.
Yeah.
Are we good? Are we both going Becky Lynch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time was
We're
not
both
right. Yeah.
both going Bobby via shenanigans. Both going. I'm going Roman. Where were you going?
Roman.
And Seth. You're going. Okay.
What an
And
interesting show. We agree on everything but the Rumbles.
But the Rumbles, which I will take. I will take Brock in the men's, and I will take. I completely forgot who I was taking in the women's. Lita. I took Lita. I went Lita. Yes, and you took.
I got
Liv.
Liv Morgan and Biggie Langston.
Who?
I'm sorry, Biggie.
Oh, okay.
Who's his
Yeah,
name?
it's funny. Everyone else shortens their names, and we get Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, he added on a name. Meanwhile, Shotzi lost Blackheart recently. Yeah.
Tegan lost Knox.
Did she?
When she yeah, it was just Tegan and Shotzi was their tag team name, I believe.
Oh, well.
But I'm still waiting for them to get their title match.
Didn't they fire Tegan?
Oh, right. Without getting a title match. Anyway, I'm not bitter about that at all because I love Tegan Knox. I think she's great.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully she'll have some good stuff soon, man. She's talented girl. Bad breaks too. Reminds me of kind of a Chelsea Green. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe if things had played out differently injury wise, who knows?
Right. So, yeah. Who knows where she's going to go? I hope she does find something because, she's talented. You know who else is talented? Brock Lesnar, and that's why he's going to perform really well in his title match and win the Rumble all in one night. So let us know who you guys think is going to win the Rumbles, and just let us know your predictions on everything. And if you're rewatching this, let us know in the comments. So I think we'll call it here. I think we've covered everything. So check out this guy over in Florida if you live there. He does some wrestling stuff. And if you like to watch wrestling that's not WWE, go over there. He also has trivia show.
Sunday Pro Wrestling Saturday right before the Rumble. Real Pro Wrestling. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube. We got several dates coming up in Port Charlotte, Ave Maria, and Fort Myers.
Yes, and he'd also go check out a show about trivia or wrestling with trivia. He does several trivia matches a week between wrestling and movies and picks some lists and stuff like that.
2 episodes dropping tonight, 1 episode on each channel.
And you can also check him out sometimes over on Henry Confidential's channel where he writes some trivia for him as well. He's been doing that a lot recently, and it's always been a fun time.
This channel will both pop up on Movie Hero, Anderson and Pez's show.
We will, yes. You can see us on tournament fights. Sometimes we'll pop up on tier ranker fights. Mostly tournament fights.
Jacob,
I don't have to talk so long about movies.
I want you to talk to Jordan. I want you on my 64.
Oh, I'm there.
Are you there? Wait, did you say you were there already?
I'm already there.
I think I knew that. That's why it sounded like it was settled. All right, good. Well then, never mind.
Just a little tease. I believe in March, right? We will be doing his top 64 movies of all time, and then coming up, not so soon, but kind of soon, we'll be doing a redux of my top 64.
March 4th.
Things have changed. Yeah, March 4th, I'll be on there. And then, I check them out tomorrow. I believe they're doing a tier ranker fight of the best 70s comedies. So if you are a fan of 70s comedies, come back tomorrow. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific
I know they
time,
asked me to be on it. I declined just because I actually have too many blind spots. But I will be checking it out and seeing what they recommend because that's definitely a genre I'm interested in. I was like I'll be constantly. Sure. I haven't seen this, so I am interested in seeing what they go through. Best of luck to The Jerk and Monty Python. Those I do know.
About. I would go S tier for Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and after that, I'd be like, oh, I haven't seen this one. Yeah, I know I haven't seen this. Sorry, I haven't seen this. So
I would just
yeah,
leave a permanent background with me holding up a whiteboard saying I haven't seen this.
me too. Yeah. So yeah, check those out. Check us out. We'll be here from now on. I don't know if we will be live every time. We probably will because it's just the best way to do things. And I don't know if it's going to be every Thursday. It might be. Well, maybe we'll coordinate our schedules and work something out. But this one was live because I wanted to talk about the Rumble before the Rumble, and it's coming up on Saturday where Brock Lesnar is going to win and go on to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I'm trying to talk myself into it more and not talk myself out of it. That's why I keep bringing it up. Yes, and a podcast about movies with Austin Howell, the other co-host of this channel. We will be here as well on this channel. That's where we are now.
You guys should do special guests sometimes.
We should. We just haven't. Yeah. Just haven't asked anyone. But yeah, our next episode coming up, we are going to be talking about some underrated kind of hidden gems of different genres. Maybe Jordan will be on an episode sometime.
I mean, if you say so, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Jordan Owens too. I'm not talking just about Jordan Anderson. But no, yeah, no. I'm definitely down to have guests. I'm sure Austin is too. It's always fun to talk movies with multiple people. I love it. Just like it's fun to talk about wrestling with multiple people like Jordan and then those that joined us in the live chat tonight. So yeah. Thanks for joining. Check out Jordan and everything he's doing. And you know what? Keep talking about wrestling. See you later.